Welcome to the Power Up Happy Hour. This is Ricky.
This is Ben.
Raj.
And this is Sauber.
And today we are going to be talking about the latest season of Game of Thrones. And as always, let's begin with a cheers.
Cheers.
Yay. And a drink. So, what did everyone think of the last season?
OMG.
I'm glad everyone was complaining it went by really quick.
It did. It really did.
The episodes go by quick, but I think they're leading up to the end of the end of the whole
should
series.
still be watching right now.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
But there is a lot of stuff happening in these few episodes.
Yeah.
At times it does feel rushed, but I think ultimately they're some of the best episodes. I think from start to finish is the best season so far, just because it's
a lot has happened.
A
lot building up that we've been wanting for a long time since the dragons being born. Them being tied to them actually being in battle for once.
Oh my god, that
badass.
scene! That scene where they hear him over the hill.
Yeah. We'll get into that.
Calm yourself, Raj.
Calm
yourself.
Sorry.
We'll get into that a little bit later. But so overall, what did you? Ben, you liked this season. Raj, what did you think?
I loved it. A lot of people are giving it crap because it's what the writers are going off what the fans want.
Yeah,
but they know the season is ending. I mean, there's not that many options they have, right?
Sure.
They can't keep going.
Yeah, they can't keep going. So
this is supernatural.
I think they're doing good. I mean, people are still going to tune in and watch. But obviously, they spent the most money when it comes to budget on the CGI, which was amazing.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
So I think they did a really good job there. Story-wise, everyone kind of saw what was coming, right? So,
right.
I wasn't disappointed at all with anything. I really loved it. I enjoyed it.
Except where was Ghost? The entire season.
That's true.
Ghost is
I didn't even
gone.
damn, I forgot about that.
I was like, come on.
I mean, he is white, and there is a lot of snow. He's probably in the background.
I thought he was going to be in the last episode because the last episode was called the Wolf and
the White Wolf,
something like that, right?
The Wolf and the Dragon.
Wolf and Dragon.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to get Ghost.
That's because the Wolf and the Dragon were.
No, when I heard Wolf and Dragon, I'm assuming John and
that's
Daenerys.
They're going to bang.
Sexual innuendo, I
That was
guess.
the worst
Chicken.
part. I was like,
Wow.
I understand the reasoning. You only have a certain budget, and I assume making dragons is very expensive. But come on, he's the last wolf. He's the last one of the dire wolves still alive.
No.
Nymeria is alive, but
yeah.
She's off. She's not really with the Stark.
She's in her own spin-off show.
Nymeria and friends. No, but Sabra, what do you think of the last season?
Yeah.
Well, fuck Ed Sheeran. He
Yeah.
He was pointless. Oh my god.
I wish they showed Arya killing him. I wish they saw that.
That would have been.
You're Lannister soldiers?
Yeah, but I pretty much agree with Raj on most of the parts. I know a lot of people were complaining about how quickly this season went by. I know a big complaint was whenever they crossed the walls and how what's the guy's Robert Baratheon's bastard's name? Gendry, how he was able to run back to the wall, get help, and help was able to come back so quick, right? But at the same time, I understood that they only got one more season after this. There's so much they still have to explain. They kind of have to cut back on those small subtle details that they have in Game of Thrones. But overall, it was great. They made up with great action scenes, great epic fights. I mean, I can't complain about
I think
it.
the haters are just nitpicking at
Yeah, and you really can at this point. It's coming to an end. You know it.
Not everything.
Yeah.
Not everything is fan service, guys.
Yeah.
It's completely possible that you're smart enough to have guessed what was going to happen from the get-go.
I know. I did.
I think
a lot of people did.
Realize that too.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, all right, guys. Eventually, it's gonna get to a point where we can't we can't surprise people anymore.
No, yeah.
So people are the whole R plus L equals J.
Yeah.
People that was already theorized, and then the whole I told y'all the whole Hodor thing. That theory was already spoiled for me before that even aired on TV. They're like, that's why Hodor says his name like that. And eventually the ending's gonna be figured out. So might as well end it on their terms before everyone else figures it out.
I think there's one thing that I have want to critique or that could have changed is one more major person dying. If Jamie
I definitely agree.
I agree with you on that.
Episode, that would have been okay with me.
I disagree with Jamie dying, but I agree that they should have had a big character dying.
Because
Littlefinger, everyone was just okay, we knew it was going to happen, and we weren't. Honestly, we didn't really even care for it. It's okay, finally it happened.
Yeah.
Next.
I was a little surprised on how it happened.
Me too. I did not see Sansa and Arya working together with Bran. No, I did not see that.
You didn't. You hated
No, you
Sansa
didn't.
for the
No, that's why I said I hated her, but I was okay, Arya's too smart to not. This woman freaking went into what's the bad guy's name?
The Faceless Man.
The Faceless Man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And he does all. You're gonna get tricked by one dude. Come on.
Yeah, I think I was the only one who's actually been a Sansa fan for a very long time. Like, I didn't like her when she was a kid, but pretty much since she went under Littlefinger's wing and left King's Landing, she kind of became a pretty strong character. But no, I also thought that it was going to come to a much more like overt and aggressive end. I thought basically it was going to be Littlefinger in like the Godswood or something, and it was going to be Arya, and that was going to be it. It was going to happen there. Littlefinger was going to sick some men on her. She was going to obliterate them, and then she was going to cut him down. So I was very shocked and very happy when they showed that this random manufactured like
it was perfect. It was
disagreement
execution
between Sansa.
style.
Yeah.
It was in front of a whole group of people. She just walked up, and it was done.
Begged for
'Cause that was
forgiveness.
the
It was
hardest-
Someone's
perfect.
got to clean it up.
That was the hardest storyline of this season for me to watch, was this weird disagreement and tension between Sansa and Arya. I was like, the entire like last 3 seasons has been about these Starks trying to get close together again. They recognize that they have to be together, and then they finally do, and they decide that they want to fight or kill each other.
Yeah, there's so
Like,
much.
that never made sense.
They do so much imagery in the show because, like, the season before, at one of the points they had Jon and Sansa on the. Oh my god, what the fuck is
Winterfell?
Winterfell's like wall talking, and you can see them between the pillars.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And this season they had Sansa and Arya between the pillars.
Yep.
So they're doing little stuff like that makes you kind of like hopeful that people will stay alive. Bran, I don't give a shit about Bran anymore. Like, he knows all this thing and he's not doing anything.
Yeah.
Well, Bran's not really Bran anymore. Like, he doesn't have a personality.
Oh, no,
He's
I'm
the
a
three-eye raven.
He's like, I see everything. We tell Sansa, let me remind you of the night.
Right?
What?
Let me remind you of the
That's
worst
definitely
night
not
of
her
your
brother
life.
no more.
Captain Useless
And yet
over
he
here.
didn't know that Rhaegar had his marriage annulled. Thank you, Gilly. Not even Sam.
Poor
Sam
Gilly, she didn't get
yeah.
credit for that.
Can't even read.
She's
She
basically
got
like,
shushed so quick.
You know all this stuff, and then Sam's like, "Shut up, woman, I'm working." I was like, "What? Come on."
Yeah, that was cool. Sam being at like the what's it called, the old library or
Old
whatever.
Town, yeah.
Everyone knows
Citadel, that's it, yeah.
the lantern or the light that's in the middle of that library.
It's in the credits.
It's
yeah.
the thing in the credits that flows over the whole
Yeah.
damn thing.
Yeah, people don't know what that is. Like, that's
Yeah.
Citadel. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I like that. How Slughorn kept his roll up, saying that's a restricted section. You can't go
It
there.
was wonderful.
Professor,
I loved it.
I was reading something. And there was
I think my biggest complaint.
Horcruxes.
My biggest complaint with this
Wrong
season
show,
is
wrong
just,
show.
like, at the end of last season, they made it feel so big that there was this big alliance between Daenerys, Olenna Tyrell, and then Alaria San. And then literally within 2 episodes, Elena's gone, Alaria San's gone, like, the Greyjoys are gone, like, it's actually more than like 3 or 4
Wait,
episodes. but
so
still.
the Sand Snakes.
Yeah,
What's the mom's name?
Alaria.
Oh, like, she's still alive though.
She is still alive, and then the youngest are still alive, but they're imprisoned by. I mean,
By
chances
Cersei,
are
They
they-
yeah.
didn't show them
Yeah.
after they got kidnapped by the boats,
No,
right?
the last.
No,
did.
they showed him in
They-
the chamber.
They showed them one time because they
Put some
showed.
poison on
yeah,
it.
after that.
Yeah,
After
yeah,
that. After
Yeah,
that.
that's the last time we've seen them.
Oh,
we can
yeah.
assume that the youngest daughter died, and Alaria had to watch her die.
Yeah,
But that's it, and we
She
haven't
died now.
seen.
she did.
Yeah.
She has to be dead.
Yeah,
Oh, she's
I
definitely
agree.
dead. And then Yara Greyjoy, like, they made such a big deal of this, and then like it just fizzled out so quickly that I was just like, all right, that was anticlimactic.
Didn't you say like the Sand Snakes are like awesome in the books?
They are badass in the books.
Like, they're not do justice. In
Yeah,
the
no, the show. So the show, to me, the biggest thing that the show has effed up from this series altogether is the entire Dorne storylines. They've been boring. They've been done weird, and they're just not enjoyable. Other than, of course, what's his name?
Oberyn?
Oberyn. Oberyn's the best part of the Dorne
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
He was wonderful. Everything else since has been boring at best, but really shitty at worst.
They kind of go over it real quick.
Dorne looks
Yeah.
so amazing. Like, it looks so
It does.
cool. You know,
It's just boring
I
as
wish there was
hell.
more scenes there.
I can't, like, I'm so happy that was the only good part about them rushing and making that disappear this season. So I'm like, oh, thank God I don't have to look at Dorne anymore or think about this. Because they just ruined it for me. I love the stuff in the books, but
That stuff with Euron. Euron is probably my favorite villain right now.
he's pretty great.
Yeah, he's
I'll
a
agree.
badass. Let's go kill
Yeah.
my kids or nephews or whatever
Mm-hmm.
it is.
He's cool, but he did an interview where he's like, I'm gonna make Ramsay look like a saint. No, you're not. Dude,
No,
Ramsay,
God, no.
Ramsay.
No,
killed
Ramsay's-
his parents.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
come on,
He's
dude.
up there.
Come on.
Ramsay, like, sicked his dogs to eat his mother-in-law
And his half brother.
Yeah.
Like, there's no topping that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, Ramsay
I was
is by
like,
far
if
the
Euron
worst.
has more screen time, then there is a good chance. But you haven't done anything that's made me go, "Oh my God, that's fucked up."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except, like, ask Jamie how to fuck his sister.
Yeah.
He was hilarious just because he pissed off Jamie so well. I do like where I think
We'll
they're
talk
going.
later. What are we talking about? You know.
I do like where I think they're going with Jamie, though. I think
Yeah, Jamie
Yes.
leaving?
So-
that was big.
for those who don't remember, I think it was season 4 or season 3. It showed it was flashback scenes of young Cersei.
See, I don't remember that.
You don't remember?
It's brief.
No, I remember
but-
it.
I remember
really watched the whole
vividly.
series.
And
Yeah.
essentially, it's her running into this witch in the woods, and she asks her to tell her fortune
Mm-hmm.
or her future. And she's basically asked, "Will she become queen?" And she's like, "Yes, but you'll become queen and all this stuff, but you'll be
It was like
unhappy."
you'll be married to a king, but there will be another one that's competing for you to be queen.
And it's like you'll have 3 children, but you'll bury them all or something like
Oh, wow.
that. And then you'll die with a Valancour's hand wrapped around your throat, which Valancour is old Valyrian for little brother. So a lot of people
Oh.
early on automatically just assume that's Tyrion, but she's the oldest of the twins too.
Yeah,
So-
technically Jamie's younger
Jamie.
than her.
That's
Yep.
my
And
theory.
this season really looks like they're setting it up to
So
be
the other
Jamie.
theory is that Arya kills Jamie, and she puts on Jamie's mask. face.
I propose
And
that
she's the one
Ooh,
kills
that would be
Cersei.
nice.
That's the other theory that
I
I've heard.
proposed that theory during this season until Jamie actually had his falling out with Cersei.
Yeah,
And now
but see-
I'm less likely to think that, and I'm more inclined to think he's actually going to do it by his own volition.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
'Cause
that was my
even though even though Jamie is on Arya's list,
Yeah.
like no matter how good we think Jamie is now, Arya's still gonna kill him.
Because I think what's going to happen is Jamie's child with Cersei, this new one, is going to be born, but whatever Cersei does or however she reacts to try and protect this child is going to be in some way actually endangering them, probably because Daenerys might burn the key down. So he's going to kill her to save his child, I think is what it's going to be.
That, or remember
Oh.
the theory I told you. What if it's Euron's child and Jamie just goes ballistic?
That could be true too.
One thing I do love about the show is how they give someone that you hated the first season, and then later on you're like, you know what, maybe they're not so bad. Like
Yeah.
Jamie and Cersei, the first season everyone hated.
Yeah.
And then even when Jamie went off and did his own thing, you were like, oh, he's not too bad. And Cersei you always hated until she got captured by, like, what is it called?
The Sparrows.
The Sparrows,
Yep.
yeah. And then when she was getting tortured, you were like, oh man, I feel bad for her.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. And she brought it right back.
There were even early on, before Ramsay did really, really unspeakable things, there's scenes where they see him, like, basically how he's treated by his father and stuff. Like, there's stuff like that where you're almost like, okay, I can kind of see why you're this way. You're still a shitty person, but I
Yeah.
kind of understand it more.
You can also say the same with the Hound.
Yes, very much so.
Oh, I think the Hound's like a fan favorite now.
Yeah, now he's a fan favorite. But
Compared
like
to, like,
before,
the beginning.
he was.
I think the only
really
villains that
well-hated.
they've like done nothing to make you like them is like the Mountain and the White Walkers. Like they're
Yeah.
the only ones.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, the Mountain, I mean, he's dead now. Zombie person,
Yeah.
whatever.
we didn't get that battle that we were all hoping for.
Clegane.
Everyone,
I think
what- what's
it'll
up,
happen.
Clegane Bowl?
It'll
Everyone's
happen.
talking- Everyone's talking about Clegane Bowl.
It
And
can
I'm
still
like,
happen.
I think
Yeah.
it will happen.
I think it will
It's
too.
the only way it's
We'll
gonna
see.
happen.
We'll see how he does because
then they're going to have a three-way with the Hound, Brienne, and...
he lost to Brienne.
The,
I don't know how he's gonna
the Wildling. What's the Wildling's guy name? The redhead?
Tormund?
Torment.
Dude, he's I like that dude. He's
giant
hilarious.
We're going to have
Right?
monster babies.
I love that. Also, gingers are beautiful. They're touched by fire.
No, when Eastwatch was going down, the only person I was worried about was, man, if Torrent dies,
Yeah.
I was like, I'm okay with Torrent dying, but give him a good death.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah, I was like, don't give him like, oh,
don't give him that shitty of a
What
Let
Yeah.
him
death.
die,
The wall
like,
falls on
taking
him.
on
The thing
four
is,
White Walkers
I
or
was
something
actually
like
a little annoyed because technically he should have been dead.
yeah, multiple
Like,
times.
Yeah, no, I'm just talking about like that wall scene.
Yeah.
he should
Oh,
have
yeah.
died. But I'm sure he's not
that.
gonna die.
I didn't think he was going to be dead simply because they made it look like he was going to die the episode before when they're both
Yeah, that too.
with the
That
white.
too. That's why I
And
know
so
he's not dead.
Whenever they do that, I just assume that the next episode that person's not dying.
Did y'all see that image? They froze the image where when the White Walkers get through the wall and they're walking in that weird formation.
Oh, it's the wolf.
It looks like the
Yeah,
wolf from
yeah.
like the Stark Sigil.
Yeah.
I was like, am I the only one that doesn't see it?
I didn't see it.
Like,
I heard a
see
lot of
what they're
people-
talking
yeah.
about, but like not enough to
Yeah.
be like, oh, that's
It's
the
a
wolf.
stretch to me.
Yeah.
Like it's not.
I don't
It's all
see
about
what that has to
branding
do with
and
them
IP.
either.
That's some of the
All about
creators were like,
branding.
hey, just put these dots here to make it let the wolf just
I
fuck
will
with
say
the
that
face.
is definitely probably one of the most popular theories right now that Bran is the Night King.
Yep.
I'm not sure I buy this yet.
Yeah,
I mean,
but like what Raj was saying before we started that, like they changed the way the Night King looked. He
Yeah.
looks more Bran-like.
yeah.
It's a completely different actor as well.
Yeah.
So,
I think the Night King and the Three-Eyed Raven are connected in a way we don't understand yet.
True.
So I think they're connected. I don't think that he is actually the Night King. And I
Good.
think
There's
that
something that one episode where he touches him
Yeah.
like that. And,
Oh, yeah.
you know,
yeah.
Yeah.
See, I think it's
Hey.
going to be one of those things almost like in Harry Potter where it's like one cannot live while the other. Like, I think it's gonna be one of those things. I think in the end, both
Even
of them
when
die.
so
Let's finish this together.
let's go, Tom.
They jump off the top of the wall.
No. The Night King does like a creepy Voldemort,
Right?
He gives Neville a hug.
Baltimore.
Okay, so back to
Okay.
Okay, so what was I gonna say? Okay, so another thing was the battle above the north, or let's call it the lake battle, the frozen lake battle.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
so they're talking about how that's where the dragon turns.
Also, fuck the Hound.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Fucking
Dumbass.
Viserion's dead because the Hound was throwing rocks.
Right?
It's like shit.
Out of the four of us, I think Raj would be that. Raj would be.
Raj would be that dick,
100%
yeah. Easily.
that's right.
I'll definitely get bored. Like, I'm throwing rocks.
He's like, fuck. But okay, so another thing was they were talking about how like when you look at the let's call them the white generals, all right?
Yeah.
And they're like,
You can call them the White Walkers. They're the only ones.
No,
that
but
are
the-
White Walkers.
But the four people.
But the four in the
are
back.
they the
that
White
are-
Walkers and then the zombies are the whites?
They're the Whites.
Okay, so that's what it is. Okay.
WIGHT versus like white.
Okay. So the White Walkers, like the little army, like the guys on the horses, they're talking about when the main one takes down the dragon, he throws a spear. But when you look at them lined up, they only have 3 spears. Like they were prepared for the dragons to come there.
They know.
So I think there's more of a connection to like. Is that more of a connection to
They're
Bran?
smart. Yeah.
I think as it proved when Bran was spying on the Night King and then
He
he,
was
got
spying
touched.
on them, yeah.
Like I think it's a two-way street. I think the Night King is playing Bran and he can see what Bran
This is
sees.
straight out of Order of Phoenix.
So-
This is
Yeah,
like-
exactly,
this
like
is
Harry
some
Potter.
crazy
Yeah.
shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like
No,
the
that's
Harry
what
Potter
you're saying.
connections are real.
Because like the Night King, when Bran sends that letter to Jon and Daenerys, the Night King knows. Like, oh,
Yeah.
they're coming.
Yeah.
They're gonna come.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so, and if they mess up, Daenerys doesn't come with the dragons or whatever.
Yeah.
So I think he knows that. And it's,
Because they froze that picture, like you see 3 spears,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like you think they all have
Yeah.
spears, but the other 2 are swords. Like they knew the
Yeah,
dragons were.
because at the end of the day, the three-eyed raven is
And they
a
had them
creature.
chains. Where'd they get them chains
Yeah.
from?
Raven is a creature.
did they
of
have to turn those chains from living chains to dead
I know.
chains?
I was like, did a white like go down there, hook him up, and then he's just chilling down there for the rest of eternity? Like,
Yeah, there's a white just hanging on the dragon. Like, y'all
Yeah.
forgot about me.
Did they rent scuba equipment? They go down.
But, like, so the three-eyed raven is based off the magic. Like his power comes from the magic of the children of the forest,
Yeah.
just like the Night King. He's created by the children of the forest, so it makes perfect sense that they're connected in
Yeah.
some other way. Maybe they are the same character. I won't be surprised. I'm hoping that's not the case, though.
Because what I'm thinking, what happens is it's like they say, like the theory is that everything's a wheel.
Yeah.
Everything's a wheel. Everything's connected. Everything's a wheel. So my theory is the White Walkers come in, they kill everything. Winter comes, the White Walkers they're taking over the land, and then when winter's done, the White Walkers disappear, like they die, and then the whole like human race restarts all over again. That's my thing, but I doubt that'll happen.
All right, this sounds
Nah.
like some Mass Effect stuff now. Like,
Yeah.
See, I don't know.
the
That's what I'm
giant reapers
saying.
come
but they
kill all
defeated
life,
the-
then the next
They defeated
life
the whites in like
Before they did
Yeah,
defeat
yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Years and
that
years
just didn't
ago.
happen. Like they had to go and defeat them, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, if they don't do that this time, what happens?
Exactly. Yeah.
So
That's the thing too, and like what caused? How did they defeat them in a way that caused like winter to recede and everything? Because it kind of seems like the Night
Wait,
King's
so do they bring winter, or is the
all-powerful.
winter just like?
no, it started snowing in King's
Yeah.
Landing. That was
Yeah.
kind of cool to see.
So they're powered by winter. They can only move
Oh.
where winter is.
Okay.
So as winter spreads, their influence
They
is
gain more
spreading as well,
territory,
and the
yeah.
Night King's power increases.
Okay.
So
Another thing was I did not get tired of the blue eyes white dragon jokes that people were
No,
making.
that was incredible.
A lot of people were like, we get
Oh
it.
my God.
The
memes
memes
were-
like, no, let
were
me have
epic.
fun. That was the first tweet I did when he touched him.
although I am a little sad, I was really hoping that he was gonna breathe like some type of ice, not like blue.
Well, I
fire.
mean, it was a blue
No, I
fire,
thought Blue
but-
Fire was gonna make the most perfect sense.
It's like a
Honestly.
restaurant.
Well, see, to me, it was like he's dead. Everything about like the White Walkers and the Night King is like it's cold, it's death, it's
Yeah.
lifeless.
Mhm.
Fire to me is still life. Like so, even if you just change the color, but technically, like
Blue's hotter.
blue's
right?
hotter.
Yeah, blue's hotter. Yeah.
So like that's my only problem is I was like it kind of starts debunking that idea that like what they are is like dead. It's cold.
Yeah, me and my friend had an argument about this because we were having a discussion on how do you think they're going to take down the dragon.
Yeah.
So, I believe that you can't kill it with fire if you think about it because it's a dragon and it can breathe fire.
Yeah.
So, but my friend's like still adamant. He's like, no, you can only kill with fire, dragon glass, and then we just got into huge.
I think it was
conversation,
Dragon
but
Glass is.
I think
It's
yeah.
either Dragon
Tell us your
Glass.
theory.
Oh yeah, my
yeah.
theory was that the catapult that they had
Yeah.
a couple of seasons ago, they load that up with some sort of dragon glass type spear,
I got it.
launch that and hit the dragon.
I got it. They're gonna melt down some of these Valyrian steel swords because dragon steel is from dragon glass. Make one of those giant arrows out of it.
Yep.
Shoot that. That's how
Okay.
you kill
Yeah.
it.
Same thing.
There we go.
Or they're gonna make a giant sword. Like I'm talking about, like size of the wall,
Yeah.
and someone's gonna run.
So Genji's gonna run.
At this point, we've only seen dragon glass used to kill whites. We have not seen a White Walker killed with dragon glass. We've seen White Walkers killed with a Valyrian steel sword.
That's
with
true.
dragon steel.
True.
See,
So-
all that's the same to me. I need like
Yeah, I thought it
pictures.
was the same
I need
as well.
pictures.
One is glass, one is
Yeah.
metal. So I mean, that's really the difference there.
Obsidian. It's
But-
obsidian.
Yeah.
Dragon glass is obsidian.
Yeah.
It's black.
But it's like brittle. It's
Yeah.
much different than steel. So I mean, that's the thing. Like, where does that line cross? I mean, can the Night King be killed by dragon glass, or is it going to take something stronger?
Well, and plus they kind of like hit on the whole thing. If you kill the White Walkers, then the Whites die,
Yeah,
because that happened when they were up in the
Yep.
north.
You're right.
which makes it more manageable because
Well,
everyone was wondering how are they going to stop an army of hundreds of thousands of
Yeah,
dead when that army grows whenever more people die near the Night King.
yeah, because they were like, we don't have to kill all of them. We just have to kill that one.
Yep.
And just on a scale perspective, when they're all at that meeting at the end of the episode, and they're like, "How many are there?" And like they said, upwards over 100,000.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Cersei's talking about, what's the company they hired to get people?
Golden Company.
Right? Oh, we'll get 20,000 people of them. Well, there's over 100,000 people.
I was like,
now.
you're mad.
Yeah.
Well, all she's thinking about there is she's still obsessed with like just
Getting
capturing
revenge
the Iron
Yep.
Throne and being the undisputed like queen of Westeros. But that's such like a minor thing now. It's like you're no longer talking about who's gonna win a kingdom. You're talking about like the survival of
She can't.
She's petty. She's
can't
only
think
thinking
that
about
far
herself.
She
Yeah.
can't. She's always looking to get ahead for her own personal goals.
Exactly.
She's obsessed with that throne. She always has been because her father was always obsessed with putting Jaime on it, things like that. And she knows that she would be a better ruler.
Yeah.
Which I think she would be a better ruler than Jaime, but still not the best ruler.
She's selfish. She doesn't look out for
Yeah.
her people.
Mm-mm.
Or
She's looking out for her family, and that's
Exactly.
it. Yeah. Yeah, that meeting was sick though.
Yeah.
When you finally get to see all these characters like interact.
Finally
with
seeing
each other.
Daenerys and the Queen together.
Yeah.
God.
When they were like, "Oh, where's Daenerys?" I was like, "You know that bitch is coming."
Yeah,
in
she's gonna have a
right?
grand
Totally
entrance.
coming in on a dragon.
Right?
Dude, the fact that she came in with like all these people, her whole army, her 2 dragons, right?
Yeah.
And she's late. She sits down, and the first thing Cersei says, "You're late." That's kind of cool. Like,
She got balls.
My favorite thing about that is the fact that Cersei was still like unfazed and very much herself. Like afterwards in that conversation with Jaime, she's like, I thought she had 3 dragons. She only brought 2. Why do you think that is?
Yeah.
Like she is still thinking
Like,
moves ahead.
Nothing.
Nothing phases her.
She is
If a
still
dragon
playing
doesn't
the
phase
game.
her,
she is
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
And I love that, even though like it's wrong. She shouldn't be playing that game. That game's
Yeah.
gonna get her killed.
The
but-
game's done. I was like,
Yeah.
I mean, which is a good thing that Jamie realized that. That's he's like, peace, bitch,
Yeah.
and he went off and like, I really thought Jamie was gonna die in that one scene.
Oh yeah.
Like I was like,
Because she waves it. Like, go ahead.
yeah.
whatever.
And I was like, all right, I'm okay with Jamie dying because they need to kill off a main character that people like, but they didn't do it.
Yeah, and I think we were discussing earlier. I think that the reason behind that is Jaime still has a very big role to play. His entire character is based off the idea of that he hates that he is known as a king slayer. He's known as an oath breaker, and his entire thing is he wants to redeem himself. He wants to be known as like the honorable knight. He wants to regain his honor, and I think we were talking about. I think he's going to get that by fulfilling that Valinquar wrapped around the neck prophecy. I think he's going to kill Cersei. He's going to bring.
He wants to go
I'm
north.
with you on that.
I'm going north. I'm not gonna.
And he's already been a king slayer, so
Yeah.
it makes perfect sense that
Yeah.
he'd kill another monarch. So
he wants to be a king slayer and a queen slayer.
yeah, he's got to complete the set.
He
Got
has
to
to.
catch them all. So we need to talk about the biggest reveal of this entire thing, which is the fact that Jon Snow is not a bastard.
He's a Targaryen.
He's not only a Targaryen, but
He's the true heir.
rightful, true-born heir of the Iron Throne. That was amazing. Thank you, Gilly, for revealing that. Not Sam, Gilly.
You think that complicates things with like him and Daenerys?
No,
I don't think so because Jon doesn't want to be a
So
ruler of
he
the
doesn't
whole
want to be
kingdom.
King of the North.
supposedly
Exactly.
they
So I don't
interviewed-
think it'll interfere.
when they interviewed George R.R. Martin, they were talking about how the whole incest part plays into his stories. They're like the Targaryens did it because like when they kept it in the family, it helped them control the dragons better.
Yeah.
That's why like Targaryens were always about cousins and siblings. So, I mean, I don't know if Daenerys is gonna follow that path, but like if she believes that, and then like it'll help Jon control a dragon better, supposedly. And obviously she's pregnant. She's gonna have a kid.
She's gonna have to.
Yeah, I was after they banged, and then
Yeah.
freaking Tyrion just like outside the door, like, oh fuck.
I think it makes perfect sense. They're going to get married. He's going to defer to her and let her actually do the ruling because he has no interest in that.
Yeah.
That's not him.
Well, there's another theory that says that Tyrion made a deal with Cersei.
Right. Oh.
Because we don't know what happened after he found out that she was pregnant. Because remember, he's like, oh, you're pregnant.
Oh, yeah, and then it kind of like stops after that.
They're saying that the reason why he was outside that door is because now that fucks with his plans that he already made with Cersei.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but we're not going to know until, like, what, 2018, 19?
19.
30 years from now.
30
Yeah,
years
they said late 2018, anytime from like then to like summer 2019.
Oh.
I'm assuming
like how
2019. Just assume the worst.
That's a safe.
I like during the when they go to the flashback of the wedding and you see Rhaegar and he's just wearing Viserys' wig.
Yeah, they're like, I know money's not our problem, but let's save it where we can.
Oh my gosh. And then of course we find out his actual name is Aegon Targaryen.
So you know more about that than
Yeah.
us, because
So
I was like, oh, that's a name.
Aegon.
So in the books, there's another character named. He's known as Young Griff for a big portion of the books. He's never introduced in the show, but essentially,
It's a rapper name.
they claim
Little Aegon.
they claim that he is Aegon Targaryen. Rhaegar and Elia Martell's trueborn child, who was supposedly killed as a baby by the Mountain during Robert's Rebellion. They claim that that's him. He was spirited away, and he's in. He grew up in Essos. He has the Golden Company behind him. In the books, he's going to meet up with Daenerys, and then their plan is to kind of work together and conquer Westeros. But even then, a lot of people, because of how it came about and just the spur of the moment and kind of how he acts and all this stuff, a lot of people either don't believe he's actually a Targaryen, that he might be a fake, or if he is, he's already touched with the same madness that Viserys had, because he's a little bit of a bloodthirsty character. He's not a very kind of normal thinking human.
Yeah.
So
they're saying the reason why they named Jon Aegon is because that would give him more.
I think that wraps up that plot hole in the show. Yeah. They make him Aegon. So whether or not, maybe he's not Aegon in the book, maybe he still is, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it at least wraps up that plot hole. Because there's a couple here and there from the books like that they haven't brought in. They completely left out the resurrected Catelyn Stark as Lady Stoneheart.
I knew about that one. And in the books, Brienne's dead.
Brienne of Tarth is hanged by Lady Stoneheart in the books for failing in her promise of bringing her daughters back to Winterfell. So that doesn't happen obviously in the show. The books, all of the Baratheons, like Stannis, his wife, and his daughter Shireen, are all very much still alive, even after Jon is stabbed. Even though in the show, like when we saw them die was before that he was stabbed and killed. Yeah, that all didn't. I mean, they're all still alive. They're all still fighting the Boltons. So
the other thing that's interesting is the fact that like between the book and the show is what we figured out is the book and the show, they're gonna reach the same ending, but they're just gonna go about it different ways. Yeah, so I'm going to be interested in how George R. R. Martin does it in 20 years when he actually comes out with the next
one. I love that they're doing that too, because it means that like I can still... I read all 5 books so far, but it means I can read 6 and 7 and not just expect to know what's going to happen.
I read 4 of them. I need to read the fifth one. Yeah. And so another thing I want to bring up was... So we had 2 big battles this season. We had the Frozen Lake battle, the Loot Train battle, then those are the main 2, and then we also... So the other 2 big battles were Blackwater and Hardhome.
Also, just...
Battle of the Bastards?
Battle of the Bastards was 5.
Yeah.
Even just episode 2 of this season where Euron comes in on the freaking...
Oh, yeah, that one.
That's an awesome battle.
That was a battle.
Yeah, it's an awesome battle.
So,
he's like laughing. He's like, ha.
Out of all those battles, which
and
ones...
you also have the Battle of Meereen, where Daenerys is fighting... or the city's being assaulted by the slave owners.
Oh,
and Daenerys
yeah.
shows up on the dragon.
There's a lot of battles. Huh?
There's a lot.
That's the pit, right?
There was that one too. That was the pit. That was against those Sons of the Harpy.
Okay.
And then there was that other one where she's still gone because remember she got separated and she was with the Dothraki. And then the former slave owners from the other cities,
they're coming back.
And all those, they come back and they assault the city, and she arrives back with it, and then the dragons just decimate their entire fleet.
So, out of all these battles, which ones have been y'all's favorites?
Hardhome by far.
Hardhome.
So I love Hardhome, but this past season I really like the looting one,
the train one.
The train one, yeah.
What about you?
That was amazing.
Saber.
The lake one was.
The lake one was good.
Yeah, really good.
One was good.
I think
also the one where damn it, I forgot. I don't know the name of the battle, but like whenever Daenerys' army was fighting Jaime and Bronn and their army.
The Loot Train.
yeah.
That's
That's
the
Loot Train. Okay,
Yeah.
just because that was the first time where you saw them capable of taking down a dragon.
No,
Yeah, you
that
saw
one.
them
That
try.
one
Yeah.
is also because the first time you see Jaime and like the Lannisters hear a dragon and their reaction,
Yeah.
But-
and you're like, "Fuck."
But even before the dragon, you hear or you see
The
them-
Dothrakis.
Yeah, you
Holy
see James
dude,
talking
the
about the
way-
Dothraki,
yeah.
and then when they're marching, and then they're like getting on their feet on the horse,
Yeah.
and they're shooting their arrows. You're like, these guys are fucking athletic.
Yes, they
When
are.
HBO did like the behind the scenes thing. They were talking about like, how do we make these guys more badass? You know what? Let's have them jump on the horses while they're on the horses.
It was perfect.
It didn't fucking work. But I think I
I've
really
seen
want,
them fight.
Yeah.
You can't take them.
Yeah, like I want to see the Hardhome battle. Like I'm pretty sure I'm gonna
Yeah.
rewatch the whole series before the
I will
last
too,
one.
yeah.
But I think the Hardhome one was one of the big ones too.
I think watching as these wildlings and these Night's Watch people are trying frantically to kill these whites, and just watching as the wildlings are dropping, they're standing right back
Yeah.
up. Like that moment of futility was just very powerful.
Yeah.
And then right at the end, as they're sailing away, you see the Night King stand there.
One of
with
the
his
biggest
arms,
movies
and
ever.
like, come and get me.
Come at me, bro.
And all of their dead rise up
Yeah.
right then. That gave me chills. To this point, that is still one of the greatest things I've ever watched.
the Bastards ones was a good one too.
It
That
was.
was really good.
Very uncomfortable when you're watching him almost being smothered, and
So-
you're watching him almost kind of
Did
give
you?
up
So
on
they
life.
Put up a picture because
But-
like it's called the song of Fire and Ice or
Yeah.
Ice and Fire, and so there's an image from I forgot which season when Daenerys frees everyone, and she's in the middle, and they're all calling her mother, and you know they put their hands on her and they zoom out and she looks like an eyeball, and they're like they compared that to the scene where Jon Snow's getting smothered by the soldiers. Exact same like imagery where he's surrounded by people like smothering him, and they look exactly the same. Like you have to see these two pictures next to each other, but it's more of like how like the two are connected. It's
Yeah.
really good.
A lot of people keep talking about the fact that in the book there's a constant prophecy of a three-headed dragon.
And then what's
it's
the
a head
dude's-
of fire, a head of ice, and then one that's
What's the
kind of a
dude's
match.
name? Everyone keeps talking about. Oh god, it starts with an A. It's a big prophecy of the guy that's supposed to save everyone.
Oh, Azor Ahai.
There you go, Azor Ahai.
And he's the light bringer with the
Yeah.
flaming sword, the prince that was promised. A lot. So they threw a lot of like what I think is like red herring information and not out there. A lot of people assume it's Jon. In this season, they made the point of there is no Valyrian word for like prince or princess, so it could be a man or a woman. So now they're
Oh,
making.
okay.
it
Oh yeah, they brought
it's
that up in one of the
Daenerys.
episodes.
But honestly, I don't think it's going to be either of them. I think it is going to be Beric down there, and he's already been wielding the one-eyed guy.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
He's already been wielding a flaming sword. Maybe that's his role. He shows up. He does something. He's a scapegoat. He takes a big sacrifice that allows Jon
Yeah.
and Daenerys to do it. Because a lot of people for a longest time thought that Bran was going to be the dragon of ice, the head of ice of this prophecy. Daenerys was going to be fire. Jon, being both Stark and Targaryen, was the middle. I actually think that Jon, having grown up a Stark, is ice. Daenerys is fire. Their unborn child is the middle.
Oh okay.
So
Oh.
I think they complete the prophecy as they are.
See, now I'm wondering like how it's gonna happen. Where it's like, because everyone keeps talking about how Daenerys is pregnant. So does the next season start with like the kid already being born? You think they'll do like a time hop?
I don't think. I think that's way too big of a
I
time
can't-
hop.
I
I can't see
I
that.
think that
They
that
can't.
kid's not even born
Yeah.
yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about like you make a 9-month jump right now. The White Walkers are in King's Landing in that.
True
Yeah,
that.
I don't think the kid's
True,
even born
yeah.
at the end of this
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the series
I
finale.
mean, who knows how long it takes for them to walk?
But I do think
'Cause-
you're right about Beric
Yeah.
because remember he has that conversation with John. He's like, "Oh, you know, he wants me alive. I've been alive 7 times.
Yeah.
What does he want me to do?"
Exactly.
It's a question I ask myself every single day.
Thoros Amir was an actual priest of what's his name? The damn god, R'hllor.
Yeah.
The Lord of Light. He's a priest of him, but he didn't get brought back to life the moment that he got mauled up by a bear and died. But Beric has been brought back 7 times. He has a reason that he's there,
Yeah.
and I think it's because he's going to be Azor Ahai. It never says that the Prince of Promise is the savior. It just says that he has a role to play, and his role might be dying to save Jon or Daenerys' life. That could very well be
Yeah.
what he does.
Have y'all ever seen that the other theory where in the first episode when Robert Baratheon touches the Starks,
Yeah,
where it's like every Stark he touched has died
yeah.
because he skips around.
He doesn't
He
touch
touched-
Sansa. He doesn't touch Arya. He doesn't touch Jon.
So if
Oh,
you
I-
Oh, I did not notice this.
so when you go back and then when
And he
they're all
doesn't
lined
touch
up and they're
Bran,
meeting him,
yeah.
Oh.
he touches Ned. He touches
Rob.
Catelyn.
Catelyn.
Yeah, and then he touches. Oh,
He
what's
touches Rob,
He touches
and he
Robb.
touches Rickon.
Favorite
Yeah.
character, Rob.
He
They're
ruffles
all-
Rickon's hair.
Yeah,
But-
but like
yeah.
everyone he doesn't touch is still alive.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like so, they're talking about how they've like the show does so much with those little Easter eggs
that when people go back and see it, they're like, oh, okay. Because my thing was like when John was talking about how he never sleeps with anyone.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I'm a bastard. I don't know if that person's related to me, if it's my mom or my sister. And he ends up sleeping with Azan at the end. So it's kind of like, fuck it, who cares?
I can't wait to see what they're going to do with Gendry. Like, him picking up, finally, like, owning who his father is, picking up the hammer that his father is, like,
he might
known
die.
for.
I feel like
he might die. He very well might.
Or he's gonna, if he dies, he's gonna go out fighting.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
like
Definitely.
a beast.
He's going to be a beast. I can't wait.
Oh, also, can we talk about one more thing?
Uncle Benjen, dude. He came out
Yeah,
of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
They didn't do him justice though. Like that was just
He killed 2
10
people
seconds.
and then,
They
like,
panicked him. They were
Yeah.
like, he could have gone on the horse too, and they could
Yeah.
have both ridden off.
It's like literally he just ran into scene. He's like, all right, I'll see you season 8. And just runs out.
I think I was talking about this, like, dude, he hasn't showed up. You know,
Yeah.
he like turned or whatever. Because
Yeah.
he kind of has like
He's
something
slowly turning, right? or
slowly.
something?
Yeah.
No, it was the No, he was already turning. The children of the
saved
forest
him.
found him and stopped it.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
that's why he's maintained who he is, even though he's undead.
Yeah,
Oh,
but that was
okay.
a long time ago when he helped Bran, right?
Yeah, that was like
And then
2
he died.
seasons ago.
That was like
So I thought he was gonna end up dying,
Was that
whatever.
2 seasons or
I think-
last season?
I think it was 2 seasons.
2 seasons. It's 2
Yeah.
seasons.
It's been a
Really?
while.
Yeah.
It was
The
like
Hodor
5.
thing was 2 seasons ago?
Yeah, it
Oh,
was.
Shit.
So
crazy.
I thought he was gonna end up dying, but comes out of nowhere and it's like, take my horse.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I kind of expected him to show up when they were stranded, especially when John was left like that. I was like, they're not going to kill John.
Either him. I thought the ghost was gonna show up like around there at that point.
I thought he was going to turn.
No, I was
I
going
thought
to
they
be
were going
like,
to turn him. That would have been
if
sick.
they had killed another damn direwolf, I was.
Peter would have been pissed too.
Yeah, but I mean, it's safe to say that there's only going to be one more season, and
Yeah.
it's going to be crazy when it happens.
Yeah.
I mean, the episodes we know are going to be longer, like what, an hour 30 maybe for each episode,
Yeah.
and then six more Game of Thrones episodes, and
We're
it's done
almost done.
forever.
But how long do we
But
wait? For
actually,
that
no.
show?
You know what? They said they are going to make prequel. They're going to
They
start.
are.
with-
Yeah, I mean,
HBO's going to do that.
Game of Thrones is a phenomenon. They're going to ride that wave as long as they can. I mean, you
Yeah.
think about like the impact the show has had, not just on like HBO, but on television in general. Half the reason why HBO now is even remotely successful
It's because of that.
Game of Thrones.
Oh, we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
It's like the number one like pirated
It's
show.
the
too.
most pirated show by far. Look how many episodes leaked this year. Hackers are clamoring to get that.
I think the reason, like, I don't want to take anything
After
away
it's
from
HBO's fault. They
Yeah.
premiered the wrong
HBO
episode.
Spain.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
Oh yeah, I watched it.
Oh
man.
my God.
When I heard it leaked, I was like, I'm watching it.
What was it? Because I think like the fact that Silicon Valley was a huge show,
Yeah.
it helped that it was right after Game of Thrones.
Wow.
So, because the same thing with Ballers, like
Yeah.
they show Ballers right after HBO. Like people are already watching Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Why not just show another episode that we wouldn't
Yeah.
get these fans if this
I
was
mean,
airing.
it's
at
the
a different
highest
time.
rated show on television. It's the one show that's keeping people watching TV.
Yeah.
In a time when like everyone's getting off cable and getting off TV.
Yeah.
But I mean, you look at you look at where the show's going, and like of course they're going to bring sequels. They're going to capitalize
Yeah.
off this. They want to make money.
When do
And
you think the next book's gonna come out though?
the next book? Oh God! I mean, it has to be this
Sure.
year or early next year.
I think George R. R. Martin's just like, I'm gonna take my time.
He types slow. Doesn't he do it on like a typewriter?
Yeah.
He does it on a typewriter. He actually
It's not a typewriter. It's a very old. It's like an MS DOS based computer.
Oh god.
Like very old.
They even interviewed him there where he was like, he hired people that are huge Game of Thrones fans to help him out.
Yeah.
Because these people know every single detail. Because he'll be right. Because you know how in his books he goes into super detail,
Yeah.
like the color of people's eyes,
Mm-hmm.
their hair, everything like that. He has them double check it every time he writes a character or like an ancestor or something because he doesn't even know anymore.
Yeah. He's not an actual typer. Like he's like.
Oh god. It's
Oh,
like
that's
that.
even
Yeah,
worse.
he doesn't know like proper keyboarding and everything, so it's a slow going event. I just love the fact that he gets all cheeky and pissed off about it when people complain too much. Like I love some of the old tweets he used to get. Like the next person who asks me about my book, for every person that asks me about a book, a Stark's gonna die.
Yeah.
Oh, then he
He's
was
a
like-
troll.
I love that.
He
He
really
said
is.
he said he was like every time he goes like these HBO events and like the actors would come up to him
Yeah.
and be like, oh, I love what you're doing with my character. Thank you so much. But in his head, he's like, oh my god, this character is going to be dead in like a few chapters. I should not tell them this right now.
So today, like HBO talked about like kind of how they're going to combat.
Oh, I heard about
acting.
this. I heard
so
about this.
essentially, what they're going to do is they're not going to tell any of the actors the fate of their characters or what's going to go on until right before they film.
Oh.
Whatever the fate is of
So
that.
the other thing they're doing
And
is
they're also filming multiple different scenes. And
I heard
multiple
about that part.
scenarios for everything.
So they don't know what's going to be
so,
edited or cut.
so if
There's
it
at
leaks,
least 3 or
you don't know if
4.
it's
Yeah.
the right one or
Yeah.
not.
Mm-hmm.
So
Good
on
for
them.
HBO.
Yeah,
They-
you gotta protect it.
Hey, we have the money. We're gonna do 3 fucking
Yeah.
endings.
Like I understand people wanting to get that stuff and see it first, but come on, I mean, like,
Can you imagine if that last episode leaks?
Oh,
how
God.
how crazy people will go
yeah,
for it.
no, I mean, watch it when it's live. It's not that big of a deal. Hell, if you've never
I
had,
mean, HBO Go it shows it right when it
I
airs.
know,
You don't
people
have to
just
wait.
wait. Be patient.
Yeah.
Jesus.
who can't afford $10 a month? And it's for 6 weeks.
Just
You're
give me
literally
an
paying
email
for like
address.
2.5 months. That's it, and then you're done.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
Well, that's our Game of Thrones podcast. I mean, as you can tell, we're huge fans. We're excited, and I think we're gonna be super sad when it ends. As well.
Wait, one last thing. Let's go around and say what's our prediction for season 8. What's going to happen?
I'm gonna say I feel like Daenerys is gonna be dead.
Okay.
Daenerys is gonna be dead.
My prediction is Daenerys and Jon are going to have a kid. Jon is going to make a grand sacrifice at the end, which is the entire reason why they defeat the White Walkers. And so that eliminates the whole potential awkward situation of him being the actual heir over Daenerys.
Mine is Jaime kills Cersei.
Yeah.
Daenerys ends up
Yeah.
on the Iron Throne because, I mean, I feel like she gets along with everybody. So,
I agree with both of those. I also think Jon doesn't die. Maybe he just goes back to Winterfell and just rules Winterfell in general, just because he's not the type of person to want to rule a whole nation.
oh, and Tyrion dies. I think Tyrion dies.
Oh, I didn't even think about Tyrion.
I think.
I don't think he dies.
I don't think so.
I think his character was a lot bigger
That's
back in the
interesting.
beginning of the series,
Yeah.
and he's slowly starting to become like a side character to me. Where like if he dies, it's like, oh man.
Yeah.
I could totally see him dying, though, like taking like a sword in place of Daenerys or something because
Yeah.
he loves her. They've been making points
That
on
is
that.
true.
Mm-hmm.
I see
Or-
that because he always talks about how he's a
Oh,
dwarf.
Jorah's dying. Jorah's definitely dying.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
should
Jorah's
have
Yeah.
died a long time ago.
Yeah.
He's gonna take an arrow for.
But
like,
Tyrion's
Daenerys.
always
He's
talking
gonna
about
die in the
how
friend zone.
he's a dwarf. He's not a fighter. He's not those things. So it
Yeah.
makes perfect sense if like he has that one heroic moment.
Did you see all those memes of like Jorah having the room next to
Oh, yeah.
Daenerys?
Oh.
What's going on?
Guys, can I come in?
All right,
Y'all
but-
need help?
But that is our Game of Thrones podcast. Always keep up with us. We are on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. PowerUpHH or PowerUp Happy Hour, whichever one. it
Follow
is.
us on all the
Follow us,
social
like,
medias.
tell your friends. But as always, thanks for listening. I'm Ricky,
I'm Ben.
Raj,
Sauber.
and bye.
cheers.
Cheers.